Welcome back, and today let's talk about generators. This is my generator. It's big enough to run not my entire house, and that's a common misperception that people have. They think they can just go out and buy a generator and it's going to run their whole house. Air conditioner, heater, your furnace. Come here, dog. Come here. This is my wife's Dotson, our fearless killer attack dog. One of our neighbors shot him, and he's got 3 legs. Shot him with a .22 rifle. Little mutt was looking for a chow in heat the next street over and was going to try to breed with that. It's either a chow or a bulldog. The neighbor had 3 big dogs, and one of them was in heat. He thought he was going to go over there and try and breed this big dog. So the neighbor shot him. Ain't that something? Alright, go on. Go on. Yeah, he'll be 10 years old. How? 13? Yeah, he'll be 13 years old next month. Common misconception is people are going to go out and buy a generator. It's going to power their entire house. This is a myth. No use in spending that kind of money. What do you need? Do you have an electric furnace? Are you going to need your electric furnace? Are there other ways to heat your house? Are there other ways to cool your house? Do you really need to run your air conditioner? Hot water heater. Do you need to run your hot water heater and air conditioner at the same time? There's all these little factors. This generator is big enough to do what I need it to. I bought one within my budget, what I can afford. This is very important. A lot of people think, well, I'm just going to go down and buy me a $4,000 or $5,000 generator, and they don't need it. So I bought something that I can afford, that was reasonable and within my budget. It's big enough to power my hot water heater and some fans in my house. Now during winter time, we've got for emergencies, whenever we don't have any power, if a storm comes through and knocks the power out, we've got a kerosene space heater that we can use for heating the house. So we have alternative ways of heating. We have my big barbecue pit for cooking. So people have this, what I'm trying to get to is that with generators, buy within your budget. Buy what you need, not what you want. There's a big difference. Just because you want it does not mean that you need it. Yeah, I'd like to have a generator that I could park outside my house and run off propane and have a 500-gallon propane tank out behind my house, but that's not feasible. I can't afford that. Not a lot of people can. So, what do you need? Not what you want, what do you need? What can you afford? What do you need to run? You need to add all the devices up. This is another important consideration, is children or people with disabilities. They should be taken into consideration before a disaster. Where I used to live, my neighbor had a child on a breathing machine. He had to be hooked to a ventilator 24 hours a day. He had a backup generator hooked to a propane tank with a 250-gallon propane reserve. He needed that type of equipment to keep his son alive, so he could justify that. I cannot. So under certain circumstances, yes, equipment like that is needed, and certain circumstances, no. Thank you for your time.